April was Parkinson's Awareness Month. Larry Linton is the chair of Parkinson's Canada. Larry, a successful month increasing awareness about the disease?
Yes, very much so. Thanks for having me on. Canada is one of the leading countries with the prevalence and incidence of Parkinson's. So any opportunity to talk about Parkinson's and what Parkinson Canada does is always a great opportunity. So thank you.
Is there any speculation as to why Canada is one of the leaders in Parkinson's rates?
Well, I think it's a worldwide trend. You know, Parkinson's is the fastest growing neurological disease in the world. And to give you some statistics, between 1995 and 2015, the number of cases of Parkinson's increased from 2.6 million to 6.3. And by the year 2040, that number is expected to double again to 12.9. So Canada is part of that trend, the worldwide trend with an increase of Parkinson cases. In fact, in Canada, 100,000 people live with the disease and 30 are diagnosed each and every day. So unfortunately, this is not going away, and Canada is part of that.
Is our aging population a factor as well?
Well, the interesting thing is the general age of diagnosis is 60 and older, but up to 10% are in fact diagnosed earlier. I was diagnosed at 49, so I was part of the younger generation, and I think that's what Parkinson's is doing. The face of Parkinson's is changing. It's no longer an old person's disease, and more people are going to be living with the disease longer because of this increase in numbers.
Typically, we think of Parkinson's disease as the tremors, the constant movement. Is that how it affected you at 49 years old?
Yes, I became conscious of a constant tremor in my right hand, and my walking gait was off. And that typically are the characteristics, the motor symptoms. But it's a complex disease, and a lot of the symptoms are in fact invisible. These days, through strenuous exercise and drumming that I do, I've dealt with the physicality of my condition pretty well. And I'm always complimented how well I look, and I appreciate that. But this is an invisible disease. There's a lot of things that happen below the surface: anxiety, depression, insomnia, constipation, difficulty swallowing. So it's a very complex disease. There's not one symptom that outweighs the other. But that's what the typical characteristics of Parkinson's are.
What does Parkinson's Canada do to help people in their early diagnosis and maybe later as well living with Parkinson's?
Well, Parkinson's Canada is there for us at any point during our journeys. I've realized, I've been living with Parkinson's for 10 years now, and I've realized that Parkinson's is a community event, and you need your family, you need your friends, and you need support in the community, and that's what Parkinson Canada does. It obviously funds critical research trying to find that elusive cure that we all wish for. But it also has programs and support groups that are there for each step of the way. I remember it took me about 2 or 3 years to get to a support group at Parkinson Canada, and I wish I had joined earlier because I had questions answered right there and then, as opposed to trying to find out those answers myself. So they're there to support you. They also advocate for funding and government access to care and new drugs, and they encourage you to live well as best you can, because that's what we have to do. We've got to exercise, we've got to keep moving, we've got to be productive, and Parkinson Canada supports us on each of those steps.
And April was basically focused on Parkinson's awareness.
That's right, and bringing the awareness to the public, and thanks to opportunities to talk about it with you today, is to educate and advise people that the shakes are Parkinson's. It may not be nervousness. Sometimes we slur our words. It means that we're not drunk, but we just need time to get the thoughts out. So that's what Parkinson awareness is all about, making people aware about this disease.